Dan, I think we should first mention a new arrival, Michael O'Connor's new arrival.
Yes.
Question is, I suppose as well, is he going to be available for tomorrow night?
We're hoping so. Really pleased with, obviously it's been ongoing for quite a while. I think his wife Sharon's pleased that she's finally had the baby. I think it was still relatively premature, a week or so early, but I think she's had a previous 3 slightly early, so she was anticipating it. Well, I think we've all anticipated it coming for about the last 2 or 3 weeks. We certainly took a car up to Morecambe and then a car up to Forest Green, and pleased. Credit to Michael and how professional he is that he still travelled in both of those games, even though the baby was imminent. And I did ask if she could have it maybe Monday or Tuesday of this week, because that was probably the ideal part in our schedule for her to have it, and she duly obliged. So we thank her for that, and actually popped to the house yesterday and pleased baby's well and mum's well, and another addition to the O'Connor family.
Yeovil then this week. It's a Friday night fixture. First question is, why is it on a Friday? Nobody seems to know the answer to this one.
Yeah, I think as a club we always like to have one Friday night. I think it spices it up a little. I like Friday night football. I wouldn't want it every week, but it's certainly nice on the odd occasion. I think we did it last in the National League year and played on the Friday night, I think against Dover. It's quite nice to get ahead of the schedule if you can. Obviously you need a positive result for that to work, but it is nice to get ahead of the schedule. And when we looked at the fixtures, Yeovil were kind enough to offer their services on the Friday night, because both teams have to agree. So I think that's why it is, and it's certainly something different, and it hopefully it will be well supported come tomorrow night. And
psychologically as well, a real chance to take a blow to the other teams, isn't it, if you can get the 3 points on the board?
Well, if you can win, I think for us as always it'll be about trying to get the process right. I think we were pleased with our work on Saturday at Forest Green. We're pleased with the way we played. I'm pleased with the intent and the purpose that we played with, but we're very respectful. Yeovil are very different to Forest Green. We played a certain way at Forest Green on Saturday. Their pitch, the overhead conditions, our opponent probably encouraged us to play that way. We thought that was the best way to play. We've had success playing against Forest Green in that style before. But Yeovil are very different. Yeovil carry a real counter-attack threat. Had a really good start to the season. Had 2 very good results away from home. Notts County beating them 4-0, and then Newport away 6-0. And it was probably after that game that they picked up some key injuries to key players, and since then their form's been a little bit disrupted as a consequence of losing those key players. But just recently they've got them back on the pitch, and it's been no surprise that their results have picked up, winning their last 2. So we're very respectful of Yeovil. They're a team that have got physical players themselves in defensive areas. So I think for us that one of the reasons that we've had success this year is that we've got different weapons in the group, and we've got players that are able to adapt and apply the different styles that we use, and what we've got to try to do is select the right style and the right personnel for tomorrow night against a Yeovil team that will be very different to Forest Green.
Yeah, you've talked about wanting to have that identity at home, about finding a way to play at home. Have you? I know the proof will be in the pudding come 10:15 tomorrow, but do you feel like you've found a way, or do you believe you've discovered or hope to have discovered a way?
Well, we've only lost once at home all season, so our home form has been pretty good. We probably haven't, in recent games, haven't won as many as we would have liked, but I think you always have to show respect to your opponent. Teams have come and got behind the ball and slowed the game down and made it difficult for us. And for us, we respect that. We're not criticising that. We've gone to certain teams and played that way ourselves. But you've got to be good enough to find a way to beat it. And we've been working all week on a plan that hopefully allows us to play with the intent and purpose that we would like. But like I said, we played a certain way on Saturday. We'll adapt and and play the way we feel will give us the best chance of winning the game come tomorrow night.
No Danny Rowe in the squad last week. Is he available for tomorrow?
Yeah, Dan's back, which is really important to us. He's a key player. He was exceptional when we went down to Yeovil a month or so ago. He caused them real problems in behind their midfield, and yeah, we're delighted to have him back. He's a massive player for us.
Lovely, thank you.
What's Danny's problem been, Danny?
It's just been a slight strain to the rec fem, the quadricep, the kicking muscle, but very very low level. So we've been able to settle it down, and he's trained all week, and he's been excellent in training. So no, he's definitely given us food for thought come selection tomorrow night.
And with all those suspensions served now, you've got quite a choice for your wide positions, haven't you, or wherever you choose to play.
Yeah, I think so. Well, you know, Dan can play off of either side. He can play 7, 11 or 10, and it gives us real flexibility. And it was great to have Harry Anderson back available Saturday. Thought he put in a real shift for the team and did really really well without the ball against the Forest Green team, like to overload you in the middle and then get round the sides of you. And he did a really good job positionally. And you know, we've got Bruno who's in fine form as well, and Jordan Roberts, so real competition for places. But I think if you look at all the top teams in this division, they're in a similar place.